sleep deprivation and hints of A Nightmare on Elm Street, Awoken is a good horror for your collection if you like that sort of thing. Hey everyone, my name is Rob. Welcome back to my YouTube channel called The Movie Vault. Let's talk about movies. I'm back with another review video for you guys today. Before we get into that, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Hit the little bell that's right there on screen to get notified every time I post a new video. If you want to help support The Movie Vault in other ways, don't forget to check out my Patreon account where there is exclusive video content not available here in the main channel. T-shirt store is always there as well. Link in the description. Let's get into this review. So for today's review video, I was sent this cool horror movie Awoken by the good folks over at Umbrella Entertainment. The link is in the description if you want to pick up a copy of this on DVD. Let me tell you a little bit about the movie. First of all, I'm just going to read off the back because it gives a good description of what this is about. Carla is a medical student desperate to find a cure for a genetic terminal sleep disorder that's affecting her brother Blake. It's called fatal familial insomnia. Basically, if you can't go to sleep and you end up kind of sleep deprivation stuff and you end up kind of dying is the gist of what's going on in the movie. She agrees to participate in experimental treatment being carried out in an abandoned underground hospital led by her trusted father figure, Robert. And she kind of soon discovers long lost tapes reveal the sinister secrets about her mother's death from the same genetic disorder. So that's kind of a brief description of Awoken here, and yeah, pretty decent description of what the movie's about. Let's take a look at the artwork packaging on here. I really like the cover here. You get the creepy guy on the front. That's the brother Blake. Really well done. You can see Awoken there, the title, Never Sleep Again. It's a tie-in to A Nightmare on Elm Street, which is kind of a big thing with this movie. The back cover art, we're just going to get the usual bunch of photos there from the movie, I should say. You're going to get all the cast credits, the description, and all that sort of stuff. Inside the disc artwork, we just get the plain old disc. Umbrella Entertainment here. Simon Sherry does all the artwork. I really like his designs, and yeah, plain and simple on the disc. Thumbs up from me on the artwork on the disc here. Let's talk technical info about this one, Awoken. This is, as I mentioned, Umbrella Entertainment is releasing this one here. This is actually a 2019 movie, but it's getting released on DVD here in 2021 from Umbrella Entertainment. Feature runs 88 minutes long, I will say, and aspect ratio is 2.35 to 1, so you'll get your black bars top and bottom. Audio-wise, you have a Dolby Digital 5.1 surround mix on this, really nice, and it's a Region 4 DVD, I will mention, but played fine in my Region 2 DVD player here in Ireland. Picture quality looks good. It's DVD, you know, it's kind of, you know, what more can I say? The movie, when I looked up, was shot on an Arri Alexa Mini, which shoots 4K UHD resolution. So what I'm kind of thinking is, with the DVD picture, sometimes you get the kind of pixelated edges, you know, in the picture of the movie, and this movie would greatly benefit from a Blu-ray release, but it's just a DVD release here from Umbrella. So, you know, DVD is what we have. It's the only way this movie is available on physical media, so we'll take the DVD as it comes. The audio, the Dolby Digital 5.1 surround mix, really nice mix. The surround kicks in at the start of the movie. There's some really cool horror stuff. You know, towards the finale of the movie, there's some really cool horror stuff as well, and that surround track is going to kick in really nice. Majority of the movie is dialogue, you know, center channel is kind of coming through there. I like the score in the movie, and the sound design in the movie was really well done as well. So yeah, overall thumbs up on the audio quality. Picture could have been better if it was Blu-ray release, but it's just DVD, so that's what we have here. We also have to take into consideration I'm playing this DVD back on a 4K player that's, you know, upscaling through the HDMI to the TV, and anyway, so that could play a factor into the pixelation and stuff on the DVD disc. Just some quick cast and crew info on Awoken here. This is directed by Daniel J. Phillips. He has done a bunch of what look to be other horror movies here. Release, The Martyr, and Being Nowhere are just a few on his IMDb credits there. Cast includes Eric Thompson, Sarah West. She's kind of the main character here, the Carla character, the sister. She has been in Ash vs Evil Dead. I can't recall her character in that, but you know, it's listed on the back here. Makes very clear she's in Ash vs Evil Dead. Benson Jack Anthony and Adam Ovadia is the main kind of cast on this one. So kind of final thoughts about Awoken here. May contain spoilers, so if you haven't seen the movie, you may want to click off the video now and return when you have seen the movie. Yeah, basically the parents have died, the brother and sister, you know, the brother is kind of in hospital with this genetic sleep disorder. The sister is training to be a doctor, trying to be a nurse, trying to solve it. Their father's best friend kind of suggests, let's bring him to this like secret underground clinic that me and your father had worked in years ago. And then they find this old box of VHS tapes, which kind of, when they look at them, they can see that the mother had the same sleep disorder. She's on the tapes. It all kind of takes a twist to like more sort of like the church and religious stuff when a priest turns up in the VHS tapes, and they kind of start insinuating that it's, you know, basically the people are possessed. It's not a sleep disorder, and that's kind of where it goes from there. There is like 2 other patients in the basement, and you know, what basically starts happening is the brother is becoming possessed and is starting to affect the other patients, and kind of makes one of the other patients kind of hang herself in the movie or during the movie about halfway through. They kind of decide they should do an exorcism. They find a notebook, and that's basically it. All kind of leads towards the end of the movie. There's a twist. I don't want to give the twist away from the end of the movie, but it all kind of leads towards the end of the movie and the twist and all that sort of stuff. And what I will say, I was talking about A Nightmare on Elm Street earlier, like Never Sleep Again is on the kind of tagline on the front of the DVD artwork here. You know, from the 1-2 Freddy's Coming For You, the kind of rhyme out of Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare on Elm Street plays big into this one. It's basically Nightmare on Elm Street in reverse, where the kids are trying to stay awake and not go asleep in A Nightmare on Elm Street. These kids want to go asleep, they can't, they're awake the whole time, and basically the kind of plot of the story is that the kids can't go asleep, so the demon kind of, you know, after so many days, I think it comes up in text at the start of the movie, after so many days, you know, you're awake, you kind of, all hope is lost and you need a kind of priest to save you or something like that, is the gist of the text at the start of the movie. So you kind of get into the demon is kind of circling on the periphery to see who is still awake, and that's when it kind of gets in. They find a priest's notebook, and as I said, and they try to kind of do an exorcism themselves. Was a bit kind of, the end was a bit hokey for my liking. I think the whole end of the movie, she kind of saves the brother by kind of just shouting at him, I need you to fight, like I need you to save yourself, kind of thing. And that was it. That's all it took for the demon to go away. And they give it kind of a little hint at the end, where the brother and the sister are kind of in hospital, kind of, I guess, recovering after the whole thing. But yeah, overall, enjoyed Awoken here. Cool horror movie, good one to add to your collection. Nice release by Umbrella again. There's no bonus features on here. It's just the movie, the plain DVD release here. 2019 horror movie. This may have been under your radar, but do recommend checking it out. As I said, Nightmare on Elm Street kind of vibes. Could be a good one to add to your collection if you kind of like that sort of thing. Like sleep deprivation, demons kind of circling around, possession. Awoken is definitely one for you. There you have another review video here on the Movie Vault. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Consider hitting that little bell to get notified every time I post a new video. As I mentioned, if you want to see more content, exclusive content that's not here on the main channel, check out my Patreon. Link is in the description. T-shirt store is also there as well. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you think about Awoken. Are you going to pick up a copy of this? Cool kind of sleep deprivation horror one, kind of possession exorcism one to kind of have in your collection there if you're into that sort of thing. As always, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and stay safe. I'll see you guys on the next video.